Welcome to the Bar Poker Open Podcast, Episode 1. I'm Jesse Fullen, this is Matt Hansen. Today, we're going to cover a few different things. Bar Poker Open Florida, some of our package winners, congratulating them. Norman Chad, oh, mama, mamacita. And some ClubWPTGold packages and excitement that we got to talk about. Those are some of our big things. But first, let me introduce my good friend, Matthew Poker Hansen. What's your middle name?
Alexander.
I was close.
And
Matthew,
Matt's fine, or Maddie. Or Matthew.
From Chicago,
Illinois.
Have you ever played poker in a bar before, Matt?
I've played poker in a bar before. My first bar poker experience, actually.
Yeah.
Carbondale, Illinois, a place called Fred's Dance Barn. On Wednesday nights, they used to have free poker there. If you're from there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just like the place from Porky's. So I go way back, like 2003 with bar poker.
Nice. My name is Jesse Fullen from Houston, Texas originally. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada now, but same thing. Bar poker was my very first place playing poker. Besides my grandma's, that whole bullshit, the kitchen with pennies and stuff. I did that with my grandma we had dominoes that were cards. So we played like that first. But when I was in my 20s, I was 21 in 2003. I went to a place called The Tavern in Houston off West Gray. And there was a bar league called NPPL, National Pub Poker League, which is now only in Australia, surprisingly enough. Things have changed over 20 years. But yeah, I played there. God, man, I played in that bar every week for sure for 2 nights a week. Then I played in 4 different bars in that league. I was chasing T-shirts, gold little coins, regionals, trying to get my way to Vegas. And I made it, but just not through the bar poker. I was never... I did win a T-shirt or 2, but made more friends than anything. My God.
Well, it's the friends we make along the way.
You are a Christmas card wrapped up in a piece of cheese or
That's
something.
That's a lot of bars.
A lot of bars. Yeah.
How old are you?
I am. Don't worry about it. I'm 42 years old.
How old were you?
I was 21.
Okay.
Half my life ago.
All right, that's...
Yeah.
It's like 6... I counted 8 bars a week in there.
Yeah, we'll talk about more. Anyways, all right. Well, first thing we're going to talk about today is our upcoming Florida event in December. December 6th through 9th, Bar Poker Open is taking over the Palm Beach Kennel Club, and it's going to be a big blast. This is not our first time there. If you are from that area, you've probably been before, but we'll be taking over. We've got our open event, we've got our championship event, we've got a bounty event, and one of our biggest fun little add-ons is, we've got two things we're adding to this fun event. First, someone we both know, Norman Chad.
Norm Chad.
I'm world-renowned poker commentator Norman Chad, and I'm excited to be teaming up with Bar Poker Open this December for their World Championship event. You can come meet me in Las Vegas.
No, not Las Vegas. Norman.
What? I'm filming right now.
It's not in Las Vegas.
Huh?
I told you.
Where is it?
It's in Florida.
Not in Vegas?
No, it's in West Palm Beach, Florida.
You're sending me where?
Palm Beach Kennel Club in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Hi, I'm world-renowned poker commentator. World-renowned!
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Norman Chad. Come meet me at the Palm Beach Kennel Club, December 6th through 9th. Find more information at florida.barpokeropen.com. Hey, Irv. Yeah, my agent? Yeah, I thought I was in Las Vegas. Yeah, I've been bamboozled.
Norman Chad is coming over to handle our commentary with me in the booth, and he'll also be a part of our big bounty event. Matt, what are your what are your thoughts on Norman Chad?
Norman Chad, the pride of, I believe, the University of Maryland, worked for their newspaper, which I believe is called the Diamondback, and he was the sports editor, if I'm not mistaken. That is the extent of my knowledge.
Nice.
Of Norm Chad.
Sure. Yeah, Norman Chad, for me, like I told you back in 2003, like you, bar poker was a big deal, but watching WSOP was even bigger. There every week when they had new episodes come out, do you remember this? Like their whole release? Yeah, I would watch those while they're premiering, even though this was like old content. I just didn't realize it. I just didn't think about, there's a summer where this is all being filmed and I could look up the answers, look up the winners. But no, I'm just going to watch it like this.
No idea. I mean, I think we, if I remember correctly, picked up about halfway through like them showing that. But I had no idea we could just look up who won.
Right? Yeah. No, of course not. So
We were idiots.
we were definitely morons. Yeah, back in 04, 05, like I would watch these ESPN episodes, and Norman Chad and Lon McCarran were huge. They were the voices, and Norman Chad's sense of humor, I loved it. And you and I both, we've been friends for years now, and we both are morons. We both have the worst sense of humor, and Norman Chad definitely is.
Dragging me.
I mean,
anything else you'd like to tell them about me?
I mean, no, not at this point. We'll wait.
Well, continue to describe us as the same person.
The same person. Yeah. So Norman Chad is coming out to Bar Poker Open, and it's going to be a blast.
Have you been to Palm Beach Kennel Club?
I have not.
Oh my God, you are in for a treat.
Oh, am I?
These old dog tracks down in Florida.
Yeah.
When the parimutuel laws changed in Florida there, and the dog tracks became a lot less desirable to run, and they closed down all over the country. A lot of them fell into ill repair. Places like Kenosha, Dairyland, Wisconsin, the place just fell apart after it closed. But Palm Beach Kennel Club renovated it, and they turned it into a poker room. And if you've ever been to a dog track, they're the perfect place to have a poker room. You've got nothing but concourse space. Giant, like the top floor is just a big flat,
Just a big open area.
and then you got stadium seating, which leads down to where they've put the streaming tables. So when you get to
nice.
when you get to that final table, you've got 9 different bars from Long Island screaming at the top of their lungs. They're above you.
Oh, that's sick.
So it's a very interesting atmosphere. And Palm Beach Kennel Club has really done a good job to keep that place up. If you look out, even the track, like they don't have to maintain the looks of the track, but they do. It looks nice. You look out there all the time, keeping everything painted. You're going to love Palm Beach Kennel Club. I worked this event a couple of years ago, and it's one of my favorite events. And
You worked the Bar
I'm
Poker
not
Open?
BSing
Really?
around.
No, of course.
I worked the Bar Poker Open at
that's so
Palm Beach
sick.
Kennel Club.
That's rad.
Yeah, I was there for I think 6 days. That was a fun one. I came up, I cut my teeth in dog tracks in Kenosha there. So that was like this full circle thing for me to work at a dog track and they have a cash room downstairs, great restaurant, and love the place. You're going to love it.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I've seen pictures from Bar Poker Open's posts, and I've seen, obviously, Moneymaker Tour has some events there too. So I know, like, it's got to be a decent place. And yeah, I'm excited. Good to hear from you.
I should probably talk to the hard camera more. Those are the people. I'm sitting here talking to you. I should be like switching back and forth a little more.
It definitely would help.
Yeah,
Definitely
no.
help. And
And this isn't a production note. This is part of the show.
moving on. All right. Matt, one thing I want to talk to you about, I'm so glad that you're here with me for this first episode of the Bar
Are
Poker
you?
Podcast. I am, yeah, of course.
Good.
Yeah, Matt and I used to work together at Poker News. I guess we can do a little more introducing. Matt and I worked together at Poker News for several years. Matt went over to work at Poker.org, and I moved over from Poker News to work at Poker Royalty, which is the team that manages Hellmuth, Negreanu, like all these big poker players. And then over the summer, I worked at WSOP as a content producer. But Matt and I have always lived in Vegas over these years. We worked together and worked, adjacent as well. And when it came to an idea of doing this podcast, there are lots of people in Vegas who I know. And but I was like, Matt was top of my list of people whose sense of humor I think would just match with, and people I know would have a lot of good things to say. So yeah, I'm really glad you're here. And I want to talk to you about bar poker. We've worked in poker. The reason why I'm kind of sharing more about our careers and stuff too is that we both have a history that started in bar poker, but then we've been around the big game, and I wanted us to talk about some comparisons. We both have had problems with poker. We both have had issues with how things are run. And for me, right now, taking this job working at Bar Poker Open, part of it's like, I remember the good days. I remember the good days in the past. And I'm so excited to be around these fun players, these fun venues. And this is going to be, for me, it's like going back to high school almost, like as an adult, like going back to like the fun stuff. So yeah, I want to just talk to you about our thoughts here.
But you came up with like Run It Up in Reno, right? And I think you see a lot of parallels with bar poker and kind of the culture, the social aspects to it. I've covered both, and it's no secret. I've said this for a while. I much prefer covering bar poker. The regular people, they're just there to have fun and play poker. They're not there to criticize all of my live reporting
Right.
and to tweet about me and to make sure everyone knows every mistake I make. They're there to meet me, to talk to me, to treat me like a friend, to make me feel very welcome as a person that's working.
Yeah, to
And
invite you in, right?
I've met a lot of very cool people at Bar Poker Open that now I see all over the place, say hello to. So it's that social aspect that I appreciate, just kind of as a reporter. Not to say that I don't enjoy covering big time poker, World Series of Poker. It's a heck of a privilege to be out there.
Absolutely,
on the floor.
of course.
But Bar Poker Open is where I get back to the reasons I started playing poker. I never got into poker to play professionally or even win bracelets. It was to sit in my friend's garage and hang out and play poker. So that's where I maybe feel most connected to the material I'm writing. Sometimes that's where I'm doing my best work, is because I'm getting the best stories from just regular people that I relate to more. So that's where I come from on Bar Poker as a reporter. And how about you? You're new to this job. You've been on a couple of stops now.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've been in a couple of stops more for Guerrilla Gaming. You know, Guerrilla. I mean, working with Glenn and Gretel has been a blast. They own Bar Poker Open, and they also own. You're are you gonna strip for me? Well, that was epic. All right. I can't even remember what I was talking about.
For those listening, because podcasts, sometimes you watch, sometimes you listen. I just took my hoodie off to reveal a Guerrilla Gaming t-shirt.
It's correct. It's very nice. Working with Glenn and Gretel have been awesome. I've known Glenn for years as well from doing Poker News Cup, and he ran the production team for our event at Golden Nugget, which of course was after the BPO events. I would say that we've been to Florida, we've been to Atlantic City to do some production things, and it's been great, of course. But BPO, this is gonna be my first time working in a BPO.
I didn't realize that. You were in for a treat.
Oh,
like I'm not blowing smoke here.
I've been around Golden Nugget, like when they've been there, and I've been around. I've seen stuff, and the energy is always like high energy. Everyone's excited. Plus, I mean, I've also been at the charity series of poker event with what's his name? Good God, Donnie Sunshine.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's ringing a bell.
I mean, there's like the people who are there are characters. I mean, that's what it is. It reminds me of, again, it takes me back so fast to like my days in bar poker where I had characters too. I had this guy, that guy. I mean, these people who just stick out in my mind like cartoon characters, and it's over the top and it's fun and everyone's just having a good time, and it's not like normal poker. Normal poker, it comes down to money. It comes down to money management, money tracking, plus EV, all these, then GTO Wizard, and then all these different. It sometimes sucks the fun out of it. I have some friends who are, my friends from Oregon, God, who are big into karaoke, and they remind me of, like you said, Run Up Reno. Run Up Reno was a poker tour I used to work with for years and years too. That had karaoke night, had a stand-up comedy night, all sorts of little bits and pieces that just kind of kept it fun throughout. And so that's what I was saying, how BPO kind of has that sense to it.
Also, those big rivalries too. Like, there's just so many.
Yeah, all the leagues, of course.
The leagues and the bars, like that's where it really gets fun at a BPO stop.
Yeah,
and as a reporter, it's fun to cover. That's part of the big story for me as that tournament develops. Like, who's left in what bar? How many people do we have going? Who's shaped? What's this final table shape? Do we have like? I forget some of the names, but you get those New York bars, and you get 3 or 4 of them at a final table, and the place just turns in completely insane.
Yeah.
And that's maybe one of the most fun aspects to me of bar poker, is that you create these social layers, like these communities within communities, and you compete against each other. But it's that different type of competition. You mentioned poker, people become all about money and this and that, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with people playing poker for money. That's the whole damn point.
Right, yeah, big prizes.
But there are other ways to do it. And you can still win money.
Yes.
And the difference between the reaction of someone winning a bracelet and someone winning, their trip to Vegas for the bar poker, it's probably not that much different. Those are monumental achievements for both players. So
absolutely,
it's just the same thing, but different to one another relatively.
I can remember when I played bar poker and I wanted to go to Vegas. I can remember the first time I made it to Vegas, I got to play in a circuit event that was like $300 buy-in ring event. And I made the cash. Didn't make the final table, didn't make anything up. I was just so happy. And that energy, that feeling is what all these people are competing for, and it's just a blast.
Yeah.
It's just so much easier to root for bar poker too, for me.
Yeah.
Like you don't, when it comes to real poker, people ask how many entries are you in for? They ask, how much of yourself do you have? What state do you even have half of yourself? All these questions that come up, and it just takes me out of it. It's like, oh, this guy won again. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares that you won another one of these things at that place? And it's just one of those things
You're
where
rarely going to see a bar poker open player sell off their action.
no, of course not.
They might give it away. They might just give it to a friend, like, "Hey, you want 10?" But they're not.
You don't. It's just not.
Very different atmosphere.
Yeah, bar poker for me, it takes you back to the base, back to the start, and so I'm really excited about this event. I'm really excited about this. I can't wait for Vegas, but
tons of people play both. It's a great opportunity. This, by no means do you have to come to Vegas or anywhere else and say, "I'm just going to play bar poker." There are cash rooms, there are other tournaments going on.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of overlap. A lot of people use bar poker to kind of cut their teeth, kind of get into poker, get some reps in, and then move into the more serious stuff. So there's a lot of reasons to show up.
Yeah. I got a question for you. Florida is, just a month away. It's insane. It is literally a month away. Let me ask you, if someone's going to Florida for their very first time to play the Bar Poker Open, okay, they won a package on barpokeropen.com. What would you have any advice? Advice for a first time in a big tournament, but not like, because if they're going to look for advice on another site, it'll be more for potentially a bigger buy-in or something like that. What kind of advice can you give for someone's first time at BPO?
Well, a lot of people tend to go into these types of tournaments and play a little tight. They want to play as long as they can. They might see some value in the time that they spend. That's fine. They might say, "Oh, I spent 3 hours. That's well worth my money." I recommend maybe getting a little more aggressive, going in there and playing hard early in these Bar Poker Open tournaments, because a lot of people are going to be doing what I just described, and you can very easily take their chips and build up a pretty big stack early, which becomes very important in these tournaments where blinds might move along a little quicker than maybe they might do in bigger buy-ins or more expensive tournaments. But you want to get that big chip stack early, and it can be a fun way to do it in a Bar Poker Open tournament, to just get aggressive early. Just get them in, and people are going to call you, sometimes 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So have fun with it. Do the things that maybe you wouldn't do, and then maybe see if you can bring some of those things back into your real poker game. To be more aggressive at the bigger buy-ins, because that is somewhat the key to success, but you got to get over that mental hump.
My advice will be to leave your headphones at home, leave your sunglasses at home, talk to people.
Yeah.
Bring your funniest card protector or whatever you have like that. It can start a conversation, and just try to connect with people.
What do we think about props? Like when someone's got like 85 rubber duckies out there.
I think that, I know who you're talking about.
I'm not naming like anyone. It's not. I didn't mean to get so specific. Okay, but there's a lot of people who bring their toys to the poker table.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of 160 small miniature rubber duckies set on the table in front of you while you wear a rubber ducky shirt and you say, "I'm the rubber ducky man." I'm not a big fan of that.
I'll give you a pass if you're Dutch.
Sure, but
that's it.
Yeah. But if you're Jesse Caps, no.
Oh, geez.
Oops, I'm sorry. Whoopsie daisy. No, I think that I think card protectors are fun, but it can be a little much, especially.
No, actually, I would go nuts. Like whatever you are. If you are a person that wants to be who you are.
Actually, if there is a place for it, Bar Poker Open is definitely a place for bringing all of your rubber duckies.
Even if you just want to do it to troll everyone, how many little Lego figurines can I get out on the table before someone says anything?
Yeah.
So do things like that by all means.
There you go. But yeah, I just think that this is a time for you to play poker, but also make friends. What's great about BPO is it brings people from all over the country. You got leagues from the West Coast, California, East Coast, Northeast, Florida, up and down the coast, and all sprout in the middle too. So Texas, they're just all over. So this is a time to just get to know people and hopefully beat them. Bad beat them, slow roll them, have fun.
Yeah.
This is the time just to relax and have fun, and that's what this should be about. So yes, there's a big cash prize, yeehaw, big money up top, and there's also more. And we're going to talk about some of the more stuff just in a second too. All right, well, let's celebrate some winners. Back in August, we had Anthony. Oh, good Lord. Okay, I'm gonna try to pull this closer so I can see your last name. Anthony
You want me to read it?
Taglieri?
I got
Sure.
it for you.
Yeah, go
Let's
for it.
see.
The
Here
yellow. There's a few.
Taglieri. Anthony Taglieri.
Like I said,
You gotta
that's
get
why-
all, especially
That's what I said.
especially with these New York names. Make sure to get all the vowels in there.
Ellen Shermer?
Yeah, that's Sherber. You didn't need
all
my
right.
help there.
All right. Well, I mean, just Gerald McKinney Jr., Eric Heitner, Carol Hexam, Henry Fileski. I'll let you take over from there.
Gene Politano, Mitchell Friedman, Candy Barkley, and Kenneth Goff.
Boom. Congratulations, package winners. We'll see you in Florida.
Shout out to all these great clubs. Now I'm remembering the names. Got No Limit New York, Eastern Poker Tour.
Oh, yeah. Deep Stacks, Contenders.
Deep Stack. Look at the River Chasers.
Eastern Poker Tour,
legendary,
Mavericks.
the River Chasers.
No, One-Time Poker Tour.
No Limit rolls deep, though. I mean, they're like No Limit.
Yeah. Well, Eastern Poker Tour is pretty big, too.
Yeah, Eastern Poker Tour.
That's a pretty
rolls
big
deep.
one, too.
They all roll deep. Who are we kidding? We can sit here and list them all. They all come with hundreds of people.
That's right. You know, one
I
thing
love the jerseys, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the people.
War jerseys.
That's yes. People's setups and good. They're sick. All right, Norman Chad is coming to Bar Poker Open Florida, and that's something we should talk about
Shout
just a
out,
little bit
Norm.
more. Norman Chad, as you know, WSOP commentator for years and years. He will be covering the main event on I believe it's day 1B. He'll be doing commentary in the booth. Day 2 until the winner, he'll be doing commentary as well, and then he'll be playing in the bounty event. So as you look at your schedule, as you plan your Florida trip, make sure to come by. We'll have Norman do a little meet and greet. We're going to have him at the party as well. So some great opportunities in Florida to meet one of the heroes of poker, Norman Chad.
Norman Chad's playing in the bounty event.
He is.
Get there early, folks.
Another big deal is this whole ClubWPTGold stuff.
Oh,
this is massive. This is massive. This is really new for us.
massive isn't enough word, Jesse.
It's not. So, Matt, what do you know about ClubWPTGold, what they're doing in December?
Well, I know we're going to have a big, giant free hole right here in Las Vegas.
Yep.
Over at the Wynn.
December
Correct me if I'm wrong on the details.
13th through 15th.
I'm going to try and get the details out here. I got no notes. You can't see any notes here. $5 million free roll.
Yep.
$1 million to first.
Yep.
Got a bunch of seats to the World Championship thrown in there too.
10K.
I believe it's kind of like
seats.
also like a mystery bounty thing as well.
Yep.
So obviously I'm not
Paying 25% of the field.
25% of the field.
Yep.
What's the min cash on that one?
Not sure.
I think it's like
one
I
thing-
think it's $1,000 or something.
Yeah.
I remember I looked at this before.
Yeah.
But it's $1 million for first. Who cares what the
Yes,
min cash
exactly.
is?
And
But if I remember correctly, there's a giant pay jump from second. There is. It's
Wouldn't be
going to be
surprised.
fun.
Wouldn't
It's
be
going to be
surprised.
fun. No chop. Do not chop.
yeah, that's right. What's the buy-in?
0.
0. How do we get to play?
You tell me, Jesse.
Invite only.
Invite only. Get
And
it.
unfortunately, I have not been invited. Neither have you.
No.
We are not invited.
You
have
won't
to.
be.
You have to.
I have a better chance than you.
We'll see. I know Norman Chad.
Well, they let you play last year. It didn't really,
no, that's
you know,
not even
kinda
true. All right.
Didn't really work out. You know, what are they going to? Sunk cost fallacy.
At some point, I'm just going to cut your microphone off. It's going to be great.
That's
It's going to be fantastic. So what's going on is invite only, and we've been given a handful of packages. A handful of packages to give away to Bar Poker Open players only, which is fantastic. So what we're doing is,
only bar poker.
it's not, what I mean is that
No, that's
if
a
you,
huge thing.
if you sign up with our
Those
code.
are the people we want coming to this
Exactly.
tournament.
Exactly.
There should be hundreds of them
Exactly.
for Bar Poker Open players. It should be just bring all of Bar Poker Open.
2,000 seats. That's how many people are going to be playing this. 25% of the field will cash, and we've been given a handful of seats to send you there. Not just seats, packages, travel packages. So we can give you, if you are a winner, you'll get your entry into the free roll. You'll get $1,500 to cover your flight and hotel as well. And there's a VIP lounge for winners to cover your meals. I think open 12 hours a day, something like that. So you can cover most of your meals there at the Wynn as well.
Like a little buffet in there?
Oh, I'm not sure about a buffet, but I know they're going to be like seating times for meals or something like that. That's what they've done in the past.
Fair.
All that said, an amazing opportunity, and there's 2 ways that you can make your way to Vegas for this. Number 1, go to clubwptgold.com and sign up with our code BPO. We've been tweeting about this. We put emails out about this. You have to use our code BPO to be included in our exclusive giveaway.
Let me phonetically spell out B as in boy, P as in Peter, or Paul, depending on what phonetic alphabet.
BPO.
Yeah. Well,
that's the code. Yeah.
Okay. Forget it.
I like your phonetics. The other way is to make your way to Florida and win the championship event. We have added a package to our championship event, which is huge too. I mean, already there's a good amount of money locked up, and then you have this opportunity to potentially win $1 million.
$1 million.
I so badly want a bar poker open player,
Please.
not just to make the money, not just make the final table, but good Lord, if we see someone in like a no limit jersey or an Eastern Poker Tour like patch and stuff winning that, how sick would that be?
Then they'll buy Bar Poker Open.
I don't know about that. You can definitely at least start your own league.
No.
Boom.
Just win
$1 million, start your own league. Join BPO as an owner.
Oh, okay.
I
thought you meant.
Not start your own
totally
bar, no.
misunderstood. I thought you were trying to say like start a competing Bar Poker Open circuit.
God, no.
You can't.
No,
it's impossible.
That's illegal. It's illegal, yeah.
Well, it's not illegal. It's physically impossible to be as good as Bar Poker Open.
This is why I brought Matt Hansen to the booth. He gets it. So there you go. ClubWPTGold.com. Use code BPO to sign up. We have pulled a winner.
Uh-oh. Jesse has pulled a winner.
And the winner is, drumroll, Christopher Wren.
Christopher Wren. Let me make sure you got that.
Christopher Wren.
Yeah, that looks right.
All right.
Christopher Wren, congratulations. We have another winner.
Our winner is Jeffrey Blyer.
Jeffrey Blyer.
Jeffrey Blyer.
Congratulations, Jeffrey.
Congrats, Jeff.
Jeffrey with a J.
We'll see you in Las Vegas. If you have not signed up yet, jump in the drawing, please. ClubWPTGold.com. Use code BPO, and there you go. The thing about this, Matt, I mean, it's too huge. Like, I mean, people should not. For me, in the past, sometimes I haven't entered drawings because it's like, there's too many people. There's too many people. It's like, when you see a Super Bowl contest, you're like, oh, write down this whole list of things, and you could win DoorDash to your house of everything, cars, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not going to win that. I'm not going to win that. It's a whole country. This is different. There's just Bar Poker Open players.
That's it.
So, yeah, you might not win, but you definitely
again,
have.
It's 2,000 seats. I mean, so it's terrific opportunity to take advantage of a way that only you can get in.
All right. To wrap this all up,
we're done.
We're wrapping up. Yeah.
Okay.
You have a good time?
I had a great time,
Good.
Jesse.
Me too.
This is terrific.
Wonderful.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for
I
coming.
hope Glenn likes it.
I hope everyone likes it.
But I also not worried if he doesn't. I love Glenn. But I haven't you're a great guy, Glenn, and I think you're gonna like it. But if you don't, I'm not gonna be hurt. So what I'm saying is, don't be afraid to be honest.
You should just tell Glenn.
Yeah, I'm not sensitive about these things.
That's good.
I take feedback.
To wrap this all up, Bar Poker Open, Florida. You're the best. Our Florida World Championship, December 6th through 9th. We'll see you there. Norman Shad, yeehaw. This is going to be a lot of fun having him out there. Club WPT Gold, 5 million free roll drawings are starting today, and we want you guys to be a part of it. Make sure to sign up. And there we go.
All right. Thanks for having me, Jesse.
From Jesse Fullen and Matt Hansen, Las Vegas, Nevada, we will see you next time.